Hello, welcome back to Reseller Robo. My name is Beth, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a variation listing in order to sell parts on eBay. So tonight I'm going to be listing a back to basics cocoa latte. So I'm going to go ahead, and while the appliances are in the dishwasher, I'm going to go ahead and start my listing. So it's a back to basics cocoa latte. It does not have a model number. And then in all caps, you choose replacement parts only from drop down menu. All right, I don't have enough room for only, so I'm just going to take only out. All right, the bin for my SKU is going to be HG3, which means hard goods 3, and I always put the month that I list the item in. It is not a coffee, tea, or espresso maker, so I need to change this category to small appliances, parts, and accessories. So hold on for just a moment while that loads. All right, next I have categories for my store, and I've already added a back to basics category in my store. So I have some other machine that's a back to basics brand. Okay, this is actually a template that I use for my replacement parts. So just bear with me for a moment while my items are in the dishwasher. My first is my condition. I put right here pre-owned parts from a working back to basics cocoa latte. May have scratches, discolorations, tape residue from storage, cosmetic only, may need some TLC cleaning. I have arthritis and have done my best. Thank you. Also down in the description, pre-owned parts from a working back to basics cafe latte, cocoa latte, and put a period there. And again, I put my one more time just in case I forgot, hard goods 3, and that would be September 2019. I now have over 1,700 feedback, so I'll change that. Okay, let's go back up here and see what else needs to be filled in. All right, the brand is back to basics. The model number, there is not one, so I'm just going to put NA, not applicable. Some type is replacement part. I see it filled that in for me, and the model, there is not a model number. All right, let's go down here to my shipping. Should be free shipping one day, and right now I'm doing free returns on all my parts. And I'm going to put everything as £1 or less because I'm paying for it, so it doesn't matter. And right here I always put my promoted listings. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and make the variation listing. Okay, actually before you start, you need to make sure that you have taken your photos, made collages if you want a collage, and make sure that you have decided how much you want to sell each piece for, and then you're ready to do your variation listing. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to go right here under store categories. You'll see create variations. All right, this is set up for looks like some kind of furniture, or I don't know, but what you're going to do is take style off. You're going to do X that out, and suitable for, you're going to take that off. Those attributes, you don't need any of those. You're going to add your own attribute. You don't need style or color or suitable for. What you're going to be doing is adding your own. It's going to be called replacement parts. If you have a notepad handy and a pen, this would be a great time to take notes. Okay, now you're going to give your options. Your options are going to be the actual names of the parts. So I have 3 parts to this cocoa latte. The first one is a base with the motor. And in parentheses, I'm always going to put that the base or motor works. If it doesn't work, I don't sell it in a variation listing. hit enter. I'm going to go to the second part. The second part is the jar lid only. And the last one is the jar only, and I'm putting no lid. That way there's no question whether they're getting a lid or not. Okay, I have all three parts. I'm going to do another video later on what to do if you make a mistake in this step, but we're going to go ahead and go on for now. We're going to hit continue. All right, now you're on the photo page. All right, so first thing you're going to see is the default photo. That's just going to be the one photo of your collage, or however you're going to set it up. Maybe you're going to lay all your parts on a table. I don't suggest that. I suggest collages to make it less confusing for the customer. So I'm going to go over here to my parts, to my Back to Basics Cocoa Latte folder where I've put all my photos, and I'm going to go ahead and click on my collage, and you just load it like a regular photo. Alright, then I'm going to go down here, see where it says use default photos. You're going to click the drop down menu and click on replacement parts, and you're going to see your three parts here: base motor, jar lid, and jar only. So we're going to do the base motor first. We're going to go over here and we're going to find photos of the base, and I can just do a Control Alt Shift if I want to do them all together at one time. Alright, while that's loading, you could actually go to jar lid and upload the jar lid photos, and so you can be doing it all at the same time. But for purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and let you see them loading. Alright, so let's look what we have. We have 5 pictures of the base. Took a picture from each angle, making sure to get the photos of the letters on the front and the sides. Okay, the jar lid. I only have 3 photos of the jar lid. How many photos can you take of a lid? So probably top, side, and bottom. Alright, here are jar lid photos, just so you can look at those. And the last one is the jar only. If you want to select all of your photos at one time like I just did, instead of uploading them one at a time, you're going to click on the first photo that you want. Then you're going to hold down Control, Alt, and Shift at the same time and click all the way over to the last photo that you want, and it will load all of your photos at once that way. Okay, so now I have photos of my jar. Alright, now we've got all of our photos. Now the last thing we need to do is come down and do our quantities and our prices. Your default is always going to be 1. So for the motor, I've decided I want to sell that for $25. Actually, it will be going on sale, but that's what I listed at. The jar lid, I want to go ahead and put $25 on that. Actually, that's supposed to be 20, sorry. And the jar itself with no lid is $25. Alright, so you can either preview or save and close. We're going to go ahead and save and close. Now, saving and closing does not mean you have listed your item or have saved your item to a draft. It just means you're getting back to this first page. That's it. So we're going to go down. We've done everything we need to do. We're going to go down to the bottom, and before you list it, go ahead and do a preview. Alright, that's what it's going to look like to the customer. At first glance, they're just going to see that first photo. Alright, you're ready to list the item. You click List Item. And any of you have followed me for any amount of time know that I always put a Pinterest link on my Pinterest board, so I don't know if I have a Pinterest board called Back to Basics. Let me see. Yes, I do. I have a Pinterest board called Back to Basics Replacement Parts. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that one in there, and we are done. So let's go ahead and look at the listing now. If someone was to pull this up, this is what the listing would look like. You're going to have a drop down menu. So when they click base motor, that's what they're going to see, and they can scroll through the different photos and they will see that it's $25. Let's go to the next one. They're going to see jar lid only. These are the photos that they will see. And notice that the jar lid only, it went to the next one, sorry, is $20. And then the last one, jar only, is $25. All right. I have one more thing I need to tell you before I end this video. Your quantity is 1. So what you want to be sure and do is never end a variation listing to relist or sell similar. Because if you sell a part, your quantity will go down to 0, but then when you relist or sell similar, it will go back to 1. And so you will not be able to keep track of what you have and what you don't have. You will end up selling items that you don't have. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions regarding this video, please make a comment below, and please look for my next video soon on how to correct a variation listing when you have made an error. Until next time, may God keep you in His pocket and paddle on.